Thank you for joining me again. I am Jose Saldana. This is my daily devotion. Today, Philippians chapter 4, verse number 12. Paul writes, and he says, I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. In life, for all of us, there are hills, there are valleys, there are times and there are seasons, there's ups and there's downs. And it's inevitable that we experience them all. Not one of them is going to last for the duration of our entire lifetime. Whether an occasion or circumstance is good or it's bad, it's not going to last forever. Not in this world. We have good years and we have great years. And then there are some years I could not wait to have come to an end. We have awful weeks and we have bad days. Experience has taught Paul to manage the ups and downs. There is a way to navigate the course. Enjoy the times you are abounding. Cherish them. There's been times in my life when everything just seemed to go right. Everything seemed to fall in place, and I would stop and take a breath and be like, I just got to enjoy this right now because I know this streak, this hot streak ain't going to last forever. Appreciate them for every moment that you have them. David asked the Lord, don't make me so rich that I forget you, but don't make me so poor that people think that you've forgotten me. You can't always be abounding every moment of every day. You'll forget how to appreciate God's hand in your life. There's too much temptation to say, I'm rich and I'm increased with goods. I have need of nothing. Enjoy the times when you're living in abundance and your belly is full. While everything seems to be going your way, enjoy that season of life when everything falls perfectly into place. Rejoice and give thanks. You have to know, though, that any moment, that season of your life can just as easily be gone. Then will come a time when you must learn again to depend on God. There must come a time when you are abased and learn to exercise greater faith in God. You see the orchards. We live in the valley. You see fields and orchards, and there'll be times when the fields are, they're rich, they're ripe, but they're ready to harvest. They're ready to be picked and plucked. And there's times when the ground is fallow and it needs to be watered. It needs to be seeded. It needs attention. And everything goes through a season. And our life is the same way. In Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse number 1, Solomon writes, and he says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. There's a time to be born, a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. There is a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up. There is a time to weep. There is a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. There is a time to love and a time to hate. There is a time of war and there is a time of peace. What profit hath he that worketh in that wherein he laboreth? I've seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. He hath made everything beautiful in his time. Also he hath set the world in their hearts so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. We are going to go through seasons. It's in us. It's part of this. It's the plan, God's plan for humanity, for you and for me. We have to go through seasons. There's going to be times that we all go through, times we suffer, times that we abound. Still, there is comfort in knowing that if all my good days will only last 24 hours, all my bad days can only last an equal 24 hours. My good years, 365 days. That means my bad years can only last 365. If I understand that no matter what set of circumstances or season I find myself in, my God will see me through. I can boldly share in Paul's experience and what his experience taught him. And so he goes on to say in Philippians chapter 4 and 13, something we all know: I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. And he says that after saying, I know how to be abased. I know how to abound. I know how to be hungry. I know how to be full. The season won't last forever. Just know that God is going to see you through. Rejoice in those good times. And when they come again, don't forget to give God thanks.